Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
It is the Call Flow Radio Show here on WFLO AM 870. We're streaming online at WFLO.net and broadcasting live from the Francis E. Wood Studio in downtown Farmville. I'm John Staten, and Johnny Come Lately, Noah Massage is here.
Right here, John. How you doing?
All right.
Good.
Yeah, so, of course, pass along the news. Jimmy Carter passed away on, it was Sunday, I believe it was,
yeah.
and 100 years old. And, of course, the news at the top of the hour was referring to that, and I didn't know about it until I got here this morning, and I pulled it up and saw it here on the AP. Did you hear about it?
I heard about it last night, yeah.
Did you? Okay.
Poor JC. Yeah, he was a good one. He was actually one of the more relaxed presidents, I think, right? Like,
way more religious-based.
Yeah.
39th and longest-lived U.S. president, James Earl Carter Jr., died Sunday at the age of 100, and his life ended where it began, in Plains, Georgia.
Interesting. Going back to the roots.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
all right, well.
Just thought I'd mention that.
Well, of course, yeah, of course.
Since that's part of the big news that's been happening since yesterday. And I hadn't watched any media, sports, anything to where someone may have mentioned that. I didn't see anything like that.
What were you doing then, John?
I'd rather not say. And so, with that being said, how was your weekend?
Good weekend. You know, I had a productive weekend. Still getting over this kind of cold and flu.
Christmas crud is what I've heard it called.
Oh, Christmas crud! Wow. I'm just calling it illness. And I mean, it's been kind of dragging along, but it's really, I mean, it's only a few lingering side effects now. So, I mean, once this goes completely, I'm going to feel like a new person, you know? Can't wait to just breathe and not be coughing and, you know, it's terrible. But yeah, I had a good weekend, saw some family, and then I also, you know, stayed home and played some games with, Katie, of course.
Twister and whatnot?
Yeah, we played Twister, and No, we did not play Twister, John. No, that's...
So if you want to talk about what games you played over the weekend, you can give us a call now, 434-394-0924. What games are you referring to, Parcheesi? What did you play? Risk? I mean,
when was the last time you played Twister, John?
I couldn't tell you. It's been that long. It's a long
since
time
the 80s, right?
At least, yes.
Yeah, wow. What would happen if you pulled out a Twister board today and you started...
Probably twist my ankle is probably what would happen.
Yeah, well, that might be a fun hobby for you and the missus.
There is no missus.
Oh.
Anyway.
Okay, yeah. How was your weekend, John? Besides not wanting to talk about it.
I don't really want to talk about it.
Nothing.
I'd rather talk about what happened on this day in history.
Well, I'm sure you would, John. I'm sure you would.
2006.
Well, we did. Okay. No, nothing.
Saddam Hussein, former president of Iraq, was executed after being convicted of crimes against humanity on this day in 2006.
Yeah.
And before I go any further, what was it you were going to bring up?
It was nothing. I was just going to make a joke, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
1984, American basketball player LeBron James, who was one of the NBA superstars, was born in 84. Wow. In 1975, American golfer Tiger Woods, the first player to win consecutively the game's 4 major tournaments, the Masters, the U.S. Open, the British Open, and the PGA Championship, was born on this day in 1975. He's just a year older than I am.
Oh. I think, John, you could be a famous golfer.
I could have been, yeah.
I mean, you definitely could have been with the, all the golf shirts.
If I was going to be a golfer, I would have been Ty Webb from Caddyshack.
Uh-huh.
That'd have been mine. Or Shervick, whatever Rodney Dangerfield's character's name is in that. Let's see. We'll move around here. Let's see. 1902, a new soothing record was set by... Soothing or southing record? I don't know what that is. Set by Robert Falcon Scott in company with Ernest Henry Shackleton and E.A. Wilson. Here we go. As they reach the Ross Ice Shelf at the head of the Ross Sea in Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting. Yeah.
You got it.
Wow.
1896. Philippine nationalist Jose Rizal was publicly executed, enraging and uniting Filipinos.
Interesting.
It can be, yeah.
What, uniting Filipinos? That can be interesting?
It can be, yes.
What makes it interesting versus not interesting?
I don't know. I'm just talking.
You've never united.
They told me to talk, so I'm
Filipinos.
talking.
Oh, got you. Well, hey, we should talk about something prevalent.
Prevalent?
Something something that's like important to us.
Well, what might be important to you might not be important to someone else.
Well, John,
or vice versa.
Yeah.
Is there something on your mind?
No, John, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
But,
I'm waiting for you to really hit me up. With something
okay, here it is. I'm going to ask you point blank. So, what are your New Year's plans, John?
That's zero zip nada.
Nothing? You're doing nothing for New Year's?
Nope.
Not spending it with family? Or
Nah. Nope. How about you?
Yeah. No. I was probably going to go to Richmond for New Year's and just check out the fireworks because there's always some good fireworks.
Where you going to go to more than one location?
Yeah, you just kind of you find there's usually a couple of good spots to overlook the city, and then you just see like fireworks from different areas, and you're like, whoa, look at that one.
Yeah, I heard something about they're having fireworks in certain places. Mm-hmm. I won't be partaking, but
that's nice of you not to bring fries in this morning with you and munch on them.
Oh, I don't have the fries to be munching on.
Oh, well.
Had I had the fries, you never know. No fries today.
Okay, all right.
It's been a wonderful morning.
Yeah, well, clearly it has been because you're in such a chipper mood. Like a wood chipper.
Wood chipper.
Yeah.
How much wood chipper can a wood chip if a wood chip could wood chip?
All right, well, yeah.
More bad news in entertainment field here.
Yeah.
Other losses.
Mm-hmm.
Linda Lavin, I believe is her name.
Mm-hmm.
I remember her from the TV show Alice.
Okay.
She died at 87. She was also a Tony-winning Broadway actor who starred of obviously the sitcom Alice. Alice was a show, I want to say it was on CBS. And basically, she was like a single mom, had a boy, and she worked at this diner. Mm. And Mel's Diner was the establishment she worked at. And Mel was kind of like this loud, boisterous kind of character. And the interesting thing about that show, as I watched as a kid, was there was another female character on that show, and her name was Flo. Mm-hmm. And Flo had a catchphrase, and she would always refer to Mel because they would always banter back and forth. And the catchphrase was, "Kiss my grits." Mm. Now that, when I watched it as a kid, I was pretty young. I thought she was like on that show for a long time. It turned out, I think that character was only on the show for like a season, and it just kept on going. But yet, she had such a major impact, popular character type thing that it's sort of weird sometimes people you think were on a show longer than they actually were or made more of an impact than in just a few episodes or however, like Ernest T. Bass with Andy Griffith. He only appeared in a handful of episodes. Yeah. And one that was on the other day, it's him, but he's not playing Ernest T. Bass.
He's like a radio announcer, right?
Well, he did that, but that was his voice. This, he actually appears in an episode. It was where Barney was trying to give Andy and Helen a day off to go on the lake and picnic and all this other stuff. Well, anyway, the guy that plays Ernest T. Bass, Howard Morris, I think is his actual name, he's playing this bit role of, Helen's TV repairman that Barney drags out there to discuss the television set that he's working on. But you can tell it's him. But he is kind of talking like this a little bit. But he's wearing glasses, and he's playing kind of a nerdy kind of guy. But anyway, let's see. Someone else here that has passed in the entertainment realm. Charles Shire. I assume when they say father of the bride, they mean director. And baby boom filmmaker dies at 83.
Wow.
And as far as another one, Olivia Hussey, star of the 1968 film Romeo and Juliet, dies at 73.
This is all today.
That's what it's showing up here on the AP Entertainment section, anyway. As far as movies go, Sonic 3 and Mufasa.
Yeah, Mufasa, the Lion King movie. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they brought that back?
They remade it. That's what happened. Yeah.
And they remade it. Battle for number 1 at the holiday box office. I didn't go see a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. You don't look like... I don't know.
I'm not much into cartoon movies.
Well,
anymore.
Yeah.
There was a time, but...
There was a time. Well, you ever take your nephew out to go see a cartoon movie? Maybe that would be a nice thing to do.
Well, he used to be into Sonic real... he was into that for a while, but I haven't heard him mention anything about it.
What, Sonic?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if he's not aware, but I don't know. It's funny, a young boy his age now, he could be into something one minute and then outgrow it the next, basically.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's basically what happened. But anyway, so that's what I see mostly in the entertainment field here. So,
okay.
Anything else you would like to add?
Well, I did go see Nosferatu.
You did?
This weekend.
Now that's based off that old film with the guy that has the kind of
the hands,
the weird
fingers.
hands,
yeah.
and yeah.
He's
now,
kinda
is
walking.
it about? Is it like a biography about how that movie was made, or is it just a remake?
It's a remake, but a really good remake. It was intense in the theater.
Now the original was a silent film,
correct. And so I'll tell you what I did. On Friday, I believe it was, I went ahead and went to the theater. Was not feeling great, but I was like, when you're not feeling great, what's great for that? A movie. So put on, we went to go see Nosferatu, and it was an enjoyable film. But I was going to mention this, John.
Yes.
After seeing that on Friday, Saturday, the next day, I was like, we should watch the silent film Nosferatu from 1922, and we did.
Yeah.
And I got to say, there was a lot of similarities, but they did a good job.
Of course,
remaking the movie.
Yeah.
And even just costumes, the costume designs felt very good and appropriate for the new remake. It wasn't too fake looking or anything. It was a very it was just a beautiful movie. Visually very nice. And yeah, have you ever seen Nosferatu?
Just clips.
Yeah.
When it's done in some sort of retrospective kind of thing about horror films in Hollywood and the history. There was something I recorded years ago off of TV, and it was about the old Hollywood horror type genre and how they were able to. I mean, it covered everything, but it covered things like how they were able to do certain special effects back in those days. They even used a clip of, I want to say it was more of a religious-based film, where it was these lepers that Jesus was healing, and how the makeup was used to where if a certain way of the light hit, it looked like they were marked, and then just from the change of light or the lens or whatever, it made it appear like they were being healed all in one shot. And it's amazing that a film as old is what we're talking about, silent film era, they were already that innovative and able to figure things out like that. Yeah. So I like stuff like that talks about the history and how movies are made, even older films.
I want to mention, I feel like I need to mention, the silent film, Nosferatu, is one of the funniest silent films I've ever seen. I thought it was going to be just pure, spooks and scares and all that. There's a scene where the main character, he goes off to sell a house to Nosferatu. He works for some real estate agency. His name's Hutter. Okay. In the original, it's something else in the remake, but Hutter. in the original. And so he goes off, and he gets this book, John. He gets this book talking about Nosferatu, the vampire. And he's like reading it, and it's like, oh, at night he feasts on the blood of blah, blah, blah. And he's reading this book, and you can see like his face is like this, silent film. There's no words being exchanged really, but he's just like this. He's like making the very because I guess like without words, you had to really use your face to get across some points and stuff. So you had to be very expressive with your face. Anyways, so there's that scene of him reading, and it kind of looks a little scared, and you're not sure what he's thinking. And then he smiles, and he takes this book and he throws it like against the ground, like in a frolicking way, almost like he's like, screw this. This is silly. But the book like bounces on the ground. It bounces back up into the air because he threw it so hard. It was like, it was genuinely one of the funniest scenes in the entire movie, I think. And it was just so sudden because like, he's reading this book and you're thinking like, oh, he maybe is, like concerned about this Nosferatu, and then you're like,
Good night, gentlemen. I hope you'll have a nice long sleep.
Thanks, Dracula.
I just wanted to pop that in, give us that feel of Dracula. And now, do you like Dracula like that, in that setting? Because that was a different take on.
It was a German Dracula.
Yeah.
Apparently, they did it because of copyright.
Unlike the Bela Lugosi.
Yeah. Bela Lugosi is the original.
I know that's the one that most people
Listen to them.
think of.
Children of the night.
Yeah, that guy.
What music they make.
You know he was buried in his Dracula costume?
Yeah. That's all he had.
That's all he had!
That's all he had left. He lived a long time.
I wear it all the time. I don't need to.
There was a point where he couldn't get work.
I am dressed for the ever-living death.
Yeah.
There you go.
No. Okay.
And phone lines are open, by the way.
Yeah, phone lines are open.
434-394.
0924.
0924.
0924 is the number.
434-394-0924.
Call that number and just see what happens.
Call,
we don't even know what's going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen.
You call that number and a world of
I didn't know I was
possibilities.
going to be here today. I mean, that's...
what were you planning on doing?
I have no idea.
You didn't know you were going to be here?
Well, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, true.
You wake up and car...
Doesn't work.
Cars... Yeah, something's wrong with the car. Something's wrong with the washing machine. You just don't know.
Well, okay, so let's talk about the washing machine. These things are prevalent, or they're issues that are that you're dealing with at the current moment in time, and it's obviously
I've been dealing with plenty.
It's obviously causing you some strife and some issues. So tell me about the dryer, John. Maybe we can get to the bottom of some
washer,
of this.
You mean?
No, you've been saying dryer.
I meant washer.
Okay, you said dryer before. Okay, so the washer. What's going on with the washer?
Well, I was going through a cleaning spell, and I must have either gave it too much of an overload. I went to clean the heavy bed cover that lays on top of your bed, and I just put that in all by itself.
Yeah.
I didn't stuff it with anything else. But somewhere along the way, the machine just kind of held water and just wouldn't
drain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's stuck like that. Of course, they've been closed, the people to fix it for a while. So I don't think they reopened till today, so nothing's going to happen no sooner than today. And so I've been at the mercy of getting my sister to help me with my laundry here lately.
Okay. Yeah.
But hopefully.
So it's an inconvenience. It's not.
It's a big inconvenience.
It's a big inconvenience, but it's not the end of the world. Your washer's a little
when you
backed up.
Throw that in with the car. You throw
okay.
that
Well,
in.
hold on. Well, let's one thing at a time. Maybe we can get to the bottom of all of the issues at the same time.
All right.
So washer. And when did this happen with the washer?
Oh, I don't know. A week ago.
A week ago. So your washer has had water in it for a whole week now.
Pretty much.
Okay, so that's obviously frustrating and concerning, but you have a solution.
Well, it was the untimely thing of these things happening at the holiday season, where things just don't get done like that because people are all for the holidays.
Yeah.
It's just the perfect storm kind of thing.
Okay, so now what about your car?
Oh, that was leaking oil. Mm-hmm. And
it was leaking oil, like a lot of oil, or just a little oil.
Probably a lot.
Like a lot. Was it making noises?
No. Just it was leaving. You could see it on the rocks. Where I parked. And I need to check it again. It seems to be working fine now, but I need to check my oil level.
So you had a gasket that probably started wore out, and so it started leaking a little oil.
Yeah,
but you've gotten that fixed now.
Yeah.
That's done.
Yeah,
that's
done.
out of your concern.
That's
out
one,
of your mind.
One less thing to worry about.
All right. So what's the other thing?
I don't want to talk about it.
So there's three things.
There's always something.
Okay.
To talk about.
John. I think. Man, what would a weekend at Yogaville look like for you? If you went to Yogaville for 1 week, you would come back a new man. You'd be wearing the monk getup. You'd have a shaved head. You'd be
a shaped head,
a shaved
shaved
head.
Yeah.
You would. I feel like you would have a new look on, like a new outlook on the world. Maybe not. Maybe you'd come out.
I don't think so.
More.
No.
John Staten than ever.
What was it? It was a line in a movie that I go to. Take a good look, because I was more more happy when I was miserable. It was something along the lines of what was said. And now I'm starting to understand what that guy was talking about.
Oh boy,
I was happier when I was miserable or something like that. You just But anyway, that's the way the ball bounces.
All right, so
there you go.
Well, hey, there's going to be a big New Year's Eve party at Press Club. Did you hear anything about this, John?
I believe I'm going to.
Well, I'm going to tell you about it a little bit. It's going to be on, obviously, New Year's Eve, and it starts at 8 p.m. And the cool thing about this, John, is, John Golden, that guy I interviewed, he was the one guy who was a part of the band, but was not able to make it for when the band came and got interviewed. It was like the one other guy.
Okay.
It was the band, and then it was John Golden. Didn't get to interview him until later. Anyways, he's going to be DJing. DJing? Is that
DJing? Yeah.
Is that what they say in the business, John?
Yes.
Okay. He's going to be doing, DJing this night with tunes and music to satisfy the ears of people.
And the Savage Beast.
In the Savage Beast.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Yippee! Hooray! Happy New Year!
And with any luck, Bugs will be there.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully. Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways, that was weird. I don't know what to say about that.
It's okay.
All right. Well, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right.
John?
Yes.
I hope you get better, seriously.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm better now because we're at the bottom of the hour.
I can tell.
I'm way better. So this edition of The Weather is brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. I invite you to call or come by and see me about your loan needs. Whether it's time to purchase investment property, build your dream house, expand your business, or purchase timberland or farmland, you will find old-school personal assistance with attention to detail. Stop by our office at 216 North Main Street or call us at 391-1136. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
The Bank of Charlotte County with branch. Oh, I should give the weather is what I should do. So I'll do that right now. Here we go. Sunny today with a high near 62. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 38. Tuesday, 60% chance of showers, a high near 60. And then Tuesday night, it's a 60% chance of showers with a low around 40. New Year's Day, sunny, a high near 52. And then Wednesday night, mostly clear, a low around 29. Right now in Farmville, we've got humidity at 86%. 83%. 83%. Humidity. Winds are 9 miles per hour. Sunny here in Farmville and 49. And the Bank of Charlotte County with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. The birthday calendar is brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC. The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, and business formations. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC for a consultation at 434-392-1422. And with those birthdays, possible anniversaries for today, Monday, December 30th, I present to you Noah Massage. Oh,
well,
and it would help if I cut your mic on.
It would be nice.
I hit the wrong button, sorry.
John, how you doing?
I've been
All
better.
right. Well, we got birthdays, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
We're going to celebrate the cheer of other people.
Yes.
And starting off that list, we have a very special birthday.
Okay.
Logan Marie Durbeck of Powhatan is 5 years old, John, today.
The Big Five.
Logan. Yeah, so
Not Wolverine.
happy birthday to Logan.
Right.
Also, I have a huge list here, so I'm just
Okay.
going to run through
Go
it
right
real
ahead.
fast. Up next, we have Frank Harris, Gail Covington, Dorothy Haas, Ronnie Barrett, Trip Simmons, Will Walker, Donnie Barrett, Hunter Morris, Ronald Dunn, and Michael Hughes. That's the birthday list for today, December 30th in Farmville. And if you have birthdays and you'd like to get them to us, you can email them at birthdays@wflo.net. Or you can call them in at 434-394-0924. That's a great number to call in if you have a birthday request. But, John, back to you.
More like back to our phones here. Well, for the first time anyway. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. I'd like to wish a happy birthday to Tina Dabney of Cumberland.
Tina Dabney of Cumberland.
Birthday today.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Bye. All right. Even with you honking back there, I could hear what she was saying. That's good.
Tina Dabney. That's great.
Yeah. Cumberland.
Nice.
Having a birthday today.
All right. Do we close out the birthdays?
Well, I'll say that they can. Did you give all the ways they can get those on?
I did.
So you can call just like she did. 434-394-0924. And let me finish this by saying, for the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, Main Street, Farmville. So, local celebrity birthdays.
Correct.
Now we'll do the other types of celebrity birthdays. Actress Tracy Ullman turned 65. The fun fact is played Jack's mother in the film adaptation of Into the Woods. I just remember the Tracy Ullman show that helped make The Simpsons a big thing. Already talked about Tiger Woods, turns 49, his fun fact, won the first professional golf major event he competed in as a pro. You know, there's footage I saw somewhere when he was a little boy. His dad brought him on The Tonight Show back when Johnny Carson was still doing it. And so that was interesting to know that way back then he had already made an appearance on something as big as The Tonight Show, but he was a little boy. And he was showing his golf, maneuvers then. Actress Eliza Dushku turns 44. She was in a movie I remember seeing a long time ago. Bring It, Just Bring It. It was about cheerleaders or something. This was a long time ago. She's appeared in, here's your fun fact, played an FBI agent in an episode of The Big Bang Theory. She was also in another show that I watched there for a while. It was like a Showtime show, and I think she played sort of a agent of some kind in that. All right, and then we mentioned LeBron James turning 40. Fun fact, became part of the first father-son duo to play together earlier this season when he took the court with his son, Bronny, B-R-O-N-N-Y. How would you say that?
Brony.
Singer Ellie Goulding, turns 38. Fun fact, served as a guest panelist earlier this year on The Masked Singer UK. So the UK has their own version of that show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you watch The Masked Singer at all?
I don't, John. Do you? Do you watch The Masked Singer?
I don't watch it on my own, but I have been at a home that had that on.
You've seen people watch it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have done it, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, director James Burrows.
I know.
List here, Cheers and Taxi.
That's my guy.
Yeah. You like him?
Yeah. I used to, watching those shows at the end of every episode, it'd be like directed by blah blah blah, and it would sometimes I'd see James Burrows. Sometimes somebody else directed episodes, but like that was the name I remember seeing as a kid. Yeah.
Patti Smith, 78. Musician Jeff Lynne, 77.
Mm-hmm.
ELO is what he's mostly known for, Electric Light Orchestra. Let's see. Anybody else that strikes your fancy?
Ooh. Oh, well, former Today Show anchor Matt Lauer.
67.
Do you know him?
Yeah, he was the one that was on there for like ever, and then these charges came out or something. Or something came out about him, and the next thing you know, it was bye-bye. You didn't see him anymore.
Oh, here's another guy who might
Sean
have
Hannity is
charges
63.
against him. Sean Hannity.
I don't think he's going to...
I think he might.
He's still on television.
Yeah.
So,
is he
go.
really?
I believe so.
I thought he
I don't watch much, but...
is not on television
watch.
anymore. Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, he's still on. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't think anything's come out about him yet. But Matt Lauer, different story. Anybody else that strikes your fancy?
Not really, John. Not really. I think we kind of went through the list.
Gone through this wonderful list.
It is a big list, though, so maybe I am missing somebody. I did see John Voight had a birthday yesterday.
John Voight?
It's John Voight's car.
It turned out
John
to be
Voight's bed.
a different John Voight.
Yeah, I know.
He spelt it differently or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because didn't Watley end up knowing him?
That's right. That's right. Yep.
You bought John Voight's car? John Voight. And then it was the whole thing with the pencil and the...
Yep. The bite marks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get past a good Seinfeld.
Bo Diddley, musician, is celebrating today as well.
He is celebrating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Titus, a historic Roman emperor, is also celebrating. I don't have the age.
He's still with us.
No, he's not with us anymore. But, I don't have the age he would have been.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Is Methuselah having a birthday today?
Nope.
Well? Okay. I was just curious what other historic figures we're going to mention.
Yeah. All right.
He didn't mention TV host Meredith Vieira of the Today Show and The View, 71. I figured that'd be right up your alley.
Why would you figure that, John?
You're a big View fan, right?
John, though I might look like the type of audience to be watching The View, I don't really care to watch The View.
Sorry.
It's the same kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I much rather watch anything else. I much rather watch Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
Before I watch The View,
Good old Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
He was like a Oprah
Yeah.
guest and kind of spawned off onto his own thing. And yeah.
Very marketable. The doctor.
Well, I tell you,
Yeah.
that country accent, I think, is what makes him endearing to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Having a doctor say, hey,
Hey, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah.
I think that helps.
That's yeah, exactly. It's kind of it's kind of a scam fraud.
Fraud?
Yeah, if that's I don't know. I wonder if that accent's even real, to be honest.
Where are you going with this?
I'm saying if he's faking the accent just to seem more endearing and friendlier, I don't know. I have some serious problems.
You did?
With Dr. Phil then.
What are you talking about?
Talking about Dr. Phil, John.
I don't have any problems with Dr. Phil.
Okay, well, that's good for you.
Let's see. I should have mentioned this. Longwood Men's... hold on here. I got Pop-Up City going on here. Well, I have Pop-Up City, so I can't talk about what I was going to say. It's not allowing me what I wanted to say.
Interesting. Well, what other happenings are happening, John, with you?
Well, the happening is the happening, and that's what's happening right now. So whatever is happening is happening.
I think this is what you were about to read.
Yeah,
the Longwood men's basketball falls short in the high-scoring trip to SMU. Do you know where SMU is, John?
It's near BYU, right?
SMU brought one of the top offensive attacks in the nation into a matchup with Longwood men's basketball on Sunday, and the high-octane Mustangs, 11-2, outshot the Lancers 98-82 in the game that was closer than the final margin. SMU, who came in 30th in the NCAA net ranking, was torrid 62% from the floor as a team. It was the second straight game the team shot better than 60% from the deck after also reaching the mark in ACC play. On the road at Boston College, Longwood provided plenty of firepower in its own right, though refused to fold to a Power 5 opponent. What is a Power 5 opponent? I'm not familiar with
the
that.
rankings, I guess. I really don't know.
It sounds pretty dangerous, Power 5 opponent.
I guess.
The Lancers forced 20 turnovers. Hey, that's not bad. Snared 15 offensive rebounds, had 21 assists on 34 made shots, and outscored SMU in the paint. But SMU hit 10 triplets and went 26-31 at the foul line. So, there's more. Elijah Tucker paced the Lancers 11-14 with 20 points, and Colby Garland added 19 points in a career-best 11 assists. Emmanuel Richards chipped in 12 points as well, but SMU didn't miss from just about anywhere on the floor. Boopie, is this Boopie Miller? Boopie?
I guess, dude.
Led the home side with 24 points, 7 assists. Johan Trerer muscled in 20 points, a season high of his own, to go with 11 rebounds. Matt Cross added 19 points, and Chuck Harris scored 12 for SMU side that came in with 5 players averaging double figures in scoring. That's pretty cool. I'm not a big basketball guy. That's not me. It's the game's a little rough, but the Lancers sounded like they fought really, really hard. John, did you ever play b-ball when you were younger, professionally? Or?
No, professionally.
Not professional, but in a team setting. Not just recreation.
Just recreation in school.
Okay.
No, I didn't play on the team or anything. First of all, I was too short. I played pretty good defense, but I wasn't much of a dribbler and halfway decent shot. But no, nothing out of the ordinary. Just played for fun in school or outside of school. But that was it.
Okay.
I know you're not a big sports enthusiast.
Well, no, it's not that. I just basketball is it is fun to watch, but I just don't care, really. Sports are just kind of like whatever. There's some sports you do enjoy. I do enjoy watching the Super Bowl. That's an exciting time of year. And even some soccer games are enjoyable under the right conditions. But yeah, I don't know. It's probably better to see it live, I'm sure. Like a basketball game in person. I'm sure. What do you think?
So, have you ever been to big events?
Ever? Like, I've been to big events,
No, I
but
meant
not
sporting
like,
events.
No, not really. No, I would say no to that.
Okay.
Have you? Have you been to basketball games? And
Never been to a professional basketball game. No. Now, football, I've been to a pro game there. And I've been to college football, like Tech, and very cold, especially when it was this time of year. Seen the UVA play, but I can't honestly say I've ever seen anything bigger than maybe high school basketball. I don't recall ever going to like a college game or anything like that. I know somebody who does love all this sort of stuff, and that would be our very own
Danny Husky.
Yes.
Yeah, Danny would love to talk about basketball. That'd be, the cherry on top of his day. I just can't get into it. It's not my thing. But if anybody's listening who wants to has any questions or concerns about why I don't like basketball, or
why I don't like basketball,
or if they want to talk about basketball or something else, you can call
I heard
in.
that the Commanders got in. What are they? A wild card in the playoffs here coming up. Let's see if we'll click on the AP Sports here and see. I see you talking about basketball. Caitlin Clark wins AP Female Athlete of the Year. Caitlin Clark has been named the AP Female Athlete of the Year after raising the profile of women's basketball to unprecedented levels in both college and the WNBA. She played for Iowa back in college. So there you go.
Okay.
I would say this guy's name, but I would botch it up.
Well, go ahead, try, John. That sounds like it could be funny. John? Phone. Oh, well, I was going to ask you what the name.
Oh, looks like Shohei Ohtani.
That is kind of funny that you said that.
Why?
No. You said you were going to butcher it, and I was like, oh, it might be funny.
Wins third AP Male Athlete of the
Interesting.
Year award. So I guess he's won that 3 times. It didn't say in a row. Let's see. For the third, it just says for the third time. That ties the two-way superstar with Michael Jordan. Okay. Who he followed when he was growing up in Japan. So there you go.
Okay, interesting. Phone number to call in, by the way, 434-394-0924. If you call that number, you might be surprised at what happens. So, once again, that is 434-394-0924. And, John, let's see what other sports-relating...
Darnold gives Vikings another gem with career-high 377 yards in a 27-25 win over the Packers.
Now, that was a fun game. I watched a little
did
bit.
watch this game?
I watched a little bit last night.
You watched a football game? Interesting. Sam Darnold added another exploit to his career-altering season, passing for a personal best 377 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Vikings hung on to beat the Packers 27-25 for their 9th consecutive victory. So my sister was telling me the Vikings were on a roll.
Mm-hmm. Is your sister a Vikings fan?
No, she's a Cowboys fan.
Ah.
Or she used to be. I don't know if she still is or not. But she's saying, I don't remember who the AFC team is. She's already made a Super Bowl prediction as to who's going to be in it and everything. Vikings were definitely one of the teams, but I don't remember what the AFC team was, she said. I'd have to ask her. But anyway, so there you go. So we did talk sports. And so everything's right with the world now. At least
everything's
now, we have supposedly
rosy.
a guest coming up at some point.
Today?
No. I thought you mentioned something about a guest at some point.
Well, we had
not this morning, but I mean this morning I heard you say something about it.
Well,
before we got on the air. Go ahead.
I was going to say, we went ahead, John was in the back, I was in the front doing some office work, and somebody knocked on the door, and, it was a rapper is actually what happened. There was this local famous rapper. His name is D-Money. He is from Farmville, and he's a really, really interesting guy. But he stopped by and wanted to mention that he's releasing some new music, and I congratulated him. So I think that's what John heard as far as like a guest, right?
Oh, maybe so.
But I will say we're going to be having an interview on Call Flow either tomorrow or the next day.
Okay.
And I don't want to reveal too much information about it,
You're keeping it on the down low?
Keeping it on the down low, on the QT. But yes, it's going to be very good.
I did want to mention we're going to make some adjustments. I mentioned it on the Friday show, Friday Party. Friday Party will revert back to being just 1 hour. Ron Moody's going to be, this is with the new year coming in. We're going to move Ron back to Friday, and so me following him like it used to be back in the day. And we're going to move Beach a little bit, but still on Saturday, though.
Yeah.
So just giving you some, what is that?
A heads up. Yeah, that's cool.
A little heads up.
Yeah, that's cool. So,
programming changes.
So you're going to be following Ron, or is Ron going to be following you?
No. I follow Ron.
So Ron plays, and then it's you. Or you,
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would be fun. I mean, Ron, I'm sure, is honored to follow you.
No. It's the other way around.
You're honored to follow Ron?
Yeah, I'll follow Ron.
All right. Wow. You just rubbed your nose a
the
little
do
bit.
Ron, the
Yeah.
do Ron.
Yeah.
I will follow Ron. Well, it's because it was itching.
Uh-huh.
I scratch where it itches. Mm-hmm. That's what we do here. Mm-hmm. And with all this time we still have, you can give us a call now. I think everybody's like still in holiday mode.
No. I don't think so. I think people are, The family's still around, I'm sure, for a lot of people.
They're either in holiday mode or they're medicated. 434-394-0924.
Well, John, maybe they're medicated. I was medicated last week, almost the entire week.
You needed to be medicated.
I was on call,
hacking and
flu
coughing.
and flu medication.
Lucky I didn't. I got something, but I think I got the Christmas crud.
There was a point where I was just like sick and medicated, and I everything just felt dizzy, and I was like, I'm gonna throw up, and I did. So that was not fun. Yeah, the cold and flu medicine, it works, but then sometimes it almost works too well. My stomach was too weak to eat anything, so I was like, I'll just have a little bit of the cold and flu, but you're really not supposed to have it on an empty stomach. You should have something on your stomach. So I was like, since I can't eat anything, I'm going to just pour like half of a dose because that should be enough to kind of like help me and also not to make me sick and throw up. Did that, and it was even more sick with the dizziness and the not wanting the chills.
Irritable bowel syndrome and
I don't have that, John. So
explosive.
Yeah. So when was the last time you were sick like that, John?
You made me sick by coming here and spreading it around.
Oh, so you were sick?
I got a little bit of something. It could have been just the Christmas crud, but I think mine was more sinus related, but I had a little something, and then slowly getting over that. But usually, if you treat it with meds fairly early, it's usually not too bothersome for you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the Bills she mentioned that was the AFC opponent to the Vikings.
Maybe.
Because they're AFC. And they clinched the AFC's number 2 seed with that 40 to 14 routes over the Jets, who aren't doing so well.
I don't think did the Vikings ever win a Super Bowl?
They were in Super Bowls.
Yeah, but they never won.
Not to my knowledge, no. And that would have been...
Same with the Bills, too, right? The Buffalo.
Yeah. So, you got two teams that were in at least 4 between them, something like that. And, let's see. Bud Grant, I want to say, was the head coach for the Vikings. That would have been before I was ever watching. That was back when Minnesota didn't play in a dome. They actually played in the open, and it was real bad weather and snow and all that sort of stuff. And I want to say Fran Tarkenton would have been like the quarterback.
Interesting, so Fran Tarkenton.
Yeah, and he ended up being like a TV celebrity after his playing career was over. He was on that show That's Incredible. He was like one of the 3 hosts. I want to say John Davidson and Kathy Lee Crosby may have been the other one. And but yeah, so by the time I knew who Fran Tarkenton was, he was already in television mode. But I was, because of that, they always would allude to his sports career and all that sort of stuff. So I was aware that he was the quarterback at one point of the Minnesota Vikings, but they never won a Super Bowl. No. So there you go. And we've got, 4 minutes?
Yeah. No, this is
4 minutes to talk about whatever you want
3
to talk
minutes,
about.
actually.
Well, 3.
But this has been a fun episode.
It keeps counting down. Yeah, it's been overjoyous, and it's happy way. 434-394-0924. We do know the phone lines work because we had a caller call in for a birthday. Mm-hmm. So we know that much. And you're playing with the decorative things we have on the speakers here. The butterfly.
I just took a look at it.
It's okay.
We have some pop-ups. I think that's what they're called in the studio. It's these. Yeah, it's called Love Pop.
Love Pop?
And what it is, it's like kind of like origami, I guess you can say. Not really like origami at all, but it's a piece of paper that's folded to look like things. Right? You follow me? You follow me here, John?
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have a piece of paper folded in several different places to look like a pot with flowers, a cupcake, and yes, a butterfly. Now, I did not bring these in. I don't know who does.
You're from Jersey, right?
Yeah. No,
Sinkhole.
My parents are.
In New Jersey
keeps
I-80 closed after a section collapses into an abandoned mine.
Wow.
This thing is huge. The picture I'm looking at. Have you heard about it? Did you
no,
hear about
I did
this?
not hear about that.
Okay, road
abandoned
crews
mine.
are repairing Interstate 80 in northern New Jersey after a sinkhole from an abandoned mine shut down the eastbound lanes. And this thing is, because they showed 2 people standing near it, workers. This thing is huge.
Wow.
And it looks like a...
Go straight down?
Yeah, you can see it. The layers, the levels that it goes down.
Wow.
It's an overhead shot.
Is everybody okay?
I guess. Let's see. Let me click. It doesn't mention it on just the headline. There's another shot of it, another angle of this. Let's see. The sinkhole has forced motorists to take a short detour. Let's see if it mentions anything about the timing of when the eastbound lanes... Doesn't mention drivers should continue to expect delays, obviously, and use alternate routes. But it doesn't say anything about anyone being hurt about it or from it. So it's a 40-foot wide, 12-meter hole, which opened up when an abandoned mine collapsed under the highway's right shoulder. This was Thursday morning, I guess, of last week, according to the New Jersey Department of Transportation. So now you've got... all of 20 seconds.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess we'll talk to you later. Tomorrow. And I hope everybody has a great day. And John, I hope you feel better.
I'm feeling fine.
Hope your washer gets fixed.
Thank you.
I
appreciate
all that gets resolved.
All right, let's wash it.